They say sport and politics shouldn't mix, but when it comes to Pyeongchang 2018, the two couldn't be more intertwined. From North Korea to question marks over the Russian government and doping, the build-up to the Games has looked more Cold War than Cool Runnings. Russia, who won't be competing here in Pyeongchang, have still sent 168 athletes. They'll be called the Olympic Athletes of Russia. Sounds rather familiar, doesn't it? The reason Russia aren't allowed to compete as a nation is because the IOC and anti-doping bodies aren't convinced the Russian Olympic Federation has done enough to be welcomed back into the fold.
There was no doubt that after 3 independent commissions, there was clear evidence that there had been, and let's use the Schmidt Commission wording, there had been systemic manipulation of the doping control process. And following on from that, I am unsure how the two CAS panels reached what seemed to me to be different decisions.
Even a last-minute appeal by athletes who had their bans overturned by the Court of Arbitration for Sport wasn't enough to persuade the IOC. Their decision to compete at the Games will be decided hours before the opening ceremony. Many of them are already here in South Korea.
Yes, I think they traveled all the way here. We could start the hearing yesterday. We had to adjourn it so that the second case could be also included in the hearing. And finally, I think the parties were satisfied that the due process was complied with, and they are now also waiting for the decisions.
And also playing havoc on the fun and games of the Olympic opening ceremony is North Korea. The border is 100 kilometers in that direction. Now, their leader, Kim Jong-un, has made strides towards peace with the South. They will walk arm in arm at the opening ceremony, the North and the South. They even have an ice hockey team under a unified flag. But US Vice President Mike Pence, who's here, says that he's not buying any of it. The US are preparing their toughest sanctions on Pyongyang yet.
But that's of no concern to the other nations here at the Olympic Games who have little interest in politics. This lot is here for gold medals, lifelong memories and the chance to shine on the biggest stage of them all. Santos, TRT World, Pyeongchang.